Welcome back. In this session, we are going to understand Kubernetes health props. But before that, let's recap what we have. So in previous session, we have created deployment, and within that deployment, we have set a replica to, means Kubernetes keeps running two pods. We had also a rolling update strategy to safe and graceful update. So when we need to update new image of our application, so it will do the graceful upgrade. Then we have also added HPA, horizontal pod scaler, for the auto scaling. There we have added a request and the limit, and based on the limit we can add new pods based on the matrix, right? And if you remember, this was the screen, but there is a problem, and we are going to solve this problem with help of health props. But let's understand what is the problem. So let's quickly recap what was happening on this 3 screen. So if you remember, this screen is where we have been monitoring matrix of our pods, and this is the screen where we have been looking at the number of pods getting added, and this is the screen from where we have been adding the loads to the pods. Now let's understand here. So we see when we started, so initial CPU utilization was 0 here, and then when we started adding the loads from here, then after some point of time we have seen CPU utilization, and especially average CPU utilization of our pods become 74%. Then here on this screen we have seen new pods started coming, right? And there was the time one pods got created. Then meantime, still in meantime, so CPU utilization reached the 100%, but once this one more pods was ready, then average CPU utilization of the 3 pods become to 67%. And again we see here even it went to the 50%, and then one more pods was running. But does it mean when these pods were ready, when this pods was ready, it was really able to serve the traffic? Is what really able to observe the request from the customer? Technically not, and this is the problem. Now let's understand this in more detail. So here problem is, if you don't understood as of now, problem is when a container is running. So running container, let me get the different box. So running container is not the same as a container is ready to accept the traffic or maybe serve the traffic. Let's again try to understand this. So when container is running over here, if you scroll down, we see when container is running, right? So running container doesn't mean container is ready to accept the traffic. This ready means is able to accept or able to serve traffic to the customer. So let's understand in more details. So imagine, so a container process starts. So when container process starts, means we know this is ready, but within the container we have the NGINX, right? So when NGINX is started running up, so it takes some time for the booting. It may be parsing some of the configuration, or maybe this is also warming up some of the cache, or maybe it's downloading some of the dependencies. Now I hope you are able to understand this. So when we say container is ready, container is running, it didn't mean container is ready, right? Because within the container we have the NGINX. In the real time, applications, we have the applications, right? So this application need to pass some configuration. You need to warm up the cache, or maybe install and manage some of the dependencies, right? Maybe not installing, but maybe managing some of the dependencies, right? So when we say a container is ready, is didn't means this is ready to serve the traffic, unless and until, in our case currently we are running the NGINX, this is ready, right? So what happened in the current stage of our configuration, Kubernetes assumes pod is running, means this is good and it is ready to accept the user traffic, but this is not, because if we assume this and still NGINX is booting up, is passing the configuration, right, or doing any of these things, so what will happen? User will get timeout error, right? It will get some other errors, right? So we need to establish a communications between the pods and the Kubernetes. So Kubernetes need to know when this pod is ready. So pods will tell to Kubernetes, hey, now I'm ready, please send me the traffic, I will be able to do my job. And how we can do that? This is something we can do with help of the Kubernetes health props. And there is different types of Kubernetes health props. Let's understand this. So there is three types of Kubernetes health props: readiness props, liveness props, and startup props. And in this session we are going to understand readiness props. So what is readiness props? Readiness props determines if container is ready to accept the traffic. So when a container get created, so using this readiness props, we will tell a Kubernetes if this container or if this pod is ready to accept the traffic. So what happened behind the scene? So when we set up this, so there is readiness props. So what is this readiness props? So this readiness props tell Kubernetes exactly when a pod can reliably take a request. So once we set it up, again I'm going to show you. So there is the ready flag inside the container. So if ready equals to false, it means pod is not ready yet for the rollout, means this is not ready to accept any request. So once this ready states will become true, it means then this is available for Kubernetes to treat as a available. So it will keep monitoring. So technically Kubernetes health props keep monitoring this ready state of the container. So if this is false, means this is not ready to accept any traffic. Once this become true, means this is ready to serve the traffic. So we are going to do these settings. How do we do that? For that we are going to add this piece of code within our container specification. Now let's understand this code, what this code is mean. So here we are saying readiness props. So this is what we are going to do, and here httpGet. So at the http endpoint, which endpoint? Slash. It could be slash index, could be slash index.html, could be slash index.php, or maybe server.js. It could be anything. But currently in our demo, in previous demo, right, we are using the NGINX, and we know slash means nginx.html. Any index file is going to hit that where on port number 80, and if it will see this success 200, means this is ready, then this is mark status of the container as a ready, and Kubernetes will start send the traffic. And along with that, there is some more configuration like initial delay. we know when container is getting ready, it takes some time, right? So maybe it will take the 10 seconds. So we are setting up the initial delay before checking up. Well, so this is what Kubernetes health props is, and here we are talking about the readiness, right? So we are trying to make sure our container is ready. Now let's understand this practically, and for that again I have created this a small labs. So let's go ahead, let me copy this and go to the terminal. Let me paste it here. Now we are here ls, we don't have anything. Now I'm not going to do this because here we see we are setting up the baseline with the no props. So something, if you want to follow it, please follow from there. I'm going to attach this lab link inside the resource section and put in the comment, but I'm directly going to start from here because what you see here, this is already we have done, right? So let me go ahead and create these files, and let's paste this code and I will explain you. Scroll down, what you see here, we have added this readiness props, right? So here we have added readiness props along with some more configuration. Let me quickly again recap here. So what is this readiness props? Is going to check what health httpGet at this path and at this port. Okay, so initial delay is for the 2 second, and every 5 second this is going to check, and timeout second is 1 second, and if continuous it will fail 3 times, then it will think this is not ready, and if it get past 1 times, then it's going to think this is ready, right? So this is some configuration we are passing. If you don't pass this, then this will use the default settings. Well, now let's go ahead and run this. So let me scroll down and copy this. Now let's apply this and kubectl get pods, then kubectl describe pod, and let's see if you are able to see this. Okay, now we see this ready is true. Okay, anyways, we are going to test it other time, right? So now if you go and type get pods, we see this is ready, right? So this both pods are ready. Perfect. So now let's clear the screen. Why? Because now this is able to see the, or we can say is able to get the request at this path, right? Now we are going to break it, then we'll really understand how this is working. So let's scroll down. Now what we are going to do, we are going to change this path to does not exist. What does it mean? So technically, right, this is the NGINX on this port. So on the slash there is NGINX index.html that is running, and now we are going to write something that does not exist, right? So it's going to try to find this file, but there won't be any file. So let me copy this and let's go ahead and open our this deployment configuration. So vi01, let me open this and let me scroll down, and on the path let's change this. Okay, we need this slash and save this, then clear the screen, and let's go ahead and then apply this. Okay, now before we are going to apply this, let's delete this. So let me go ahead and delete this. Delete this, right? It's got deleted. And kubectl get pods. Okay, nothing is running. Let's run this now. Okay, applied. Now kubectl get pods. Now this is still running. This is going to take some time. Now we are going to describe it. So now we need this new pods. Let me copy this. Now here we see, right, ready is false, correct? Because this is not ready yet. Now let's open the new tab and we are going to see the log of it. So open the new tab, then kubectl get logs. Then let's open one of these pods. Let me clear the screen and again get the pods over here. We see this is still running because this health check is not passing, right? How? Let's check from here. It's expecting, okay, not get logs. NGINX HTML is trying to find this, right? Does not exist, right? Because it's saying there's no such file, right? And this is what we have been expecting, right? So it's not able to find, and because of that, if we go here, here, let me clear the screen and kubectl get pods, right? Now we see this is not ready, this is not running because this was the expected, right? So basically now if you want to again run it, we can go ahead and we can change this, right? 0 1 and insert, go here and change this. And before we apply, let's quickly recap this, right? Now if you see get pods, this is not ready, means Kubernetes is not going to assume this pod is still running, right? So though this pod is running, but this is not ready to accept. Of course it can accept the traffic, but it cannot guarantee if it's going to give the right content, right? So this need to be ready, correct? So now let's go ahead and apply this. kubectl apply -f. I missed something. Yes, so kubectl. Okay, now let's get the pod. Okay, now we see one of them is getting ready, right? So in some time it's going to become ready. So now you understand how important this is. Okay, so as of now, what we have been doing earlier, we are just shooting in the dark, right? So we were assuming our NGINX is running inside the container, but that was not the reality. Perfect. So that's pretty much I wanted to cover here. I have added some more steps to test and go in more deep, but overall concept what I have explained, that what I supposed to explain you. As I said, I'm going to attach this whole document in the resource section. So please go ahead, read it line by line, practice it, and you will get more confident. Once you are done, please go ahead and delete the deployment and you are good. Well, thank you so much. See you in the next video.